Anything else?
That Allah has made
The
stuff.
character of the Prophet ﷺ, whereas he was patient upon this Bedouin man, this nomad man. And we all know that the Sahaba, radiallahu anhum, oftentimes they were happy when a Bedouin came, because there was a time in which they couldn't ask certain questions. Imran? The people says, you can't say that, don't ask no questions. That has an asl to it in the Sunnah. The concept of not asking questions has a what? Has an asl to it. Has a what? An asl to it. A foreigner, or as you may say, Abu Sayyid, an alien, someone from outside of Brooklyn, outside of New York coming, it's a different story. He may get the liberty of asking a question, but someone in the class, in the dojo, say, no, you're restricted to ask questions until you punch some more trees. Your knuckles aren't bleeding enough for you to ask questions yet. You haven't practiced enough. Everybody understand this? Everybody clear on this? Sahaba at one point in time were prohibited from asking certain questions. So they were happy when a Bedouin man would come. Because he didn't have the same rulings as the normal Sahaba. He could ask whatever he wanted to. And the Prophet would answer his questions. Everybody understand this? So therefore it shows the akhlaq of the Prophet as he responded to this Bedouin man. It was in most cases rough, rigid, dusty, dirty, not smelling good, his hair was unkempt. It was nomad, a Bedouin. Everybody clear on this? Clear, inshallah. This hadith also teaches us that it's from the Sunnah to ask the people of knowledge, to ask the ulama, the mashayikh, the tulab al-ilm, ask those who know. Tell me what Allah has informed me. And also goes to show us is that you should ask the alim of the ruling of Allah and His Messenger. Ask the alim about Allah and His Rasul. فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ عَنْ أَحْكَامِ اللَّهِ عَنْ كُتُبِ اللَّهِ. Ask the people of dhikr about Allah's rulings, Allah's books. Don't ask them about their opinions and their views. Which many people today, those who are in a frenzy, and those who are fanatically in love with taqleed, with worshipping scholars and forcing others to worship scholars. What's the daleel that you have to blindly follow the scholar? Because Allah says, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Ask the knowledge you don't know. Ya akhi, who said that this brother doesn't know? For you to force him to ask. That's first and foremost. Allah says, in kuntum la ta'lamun. He has his daleel and his ijtihad. He's qualified for that. What is wrong with you that you think and talk like this? Number two is what is meant by this verse. Ask Sheikh Fulan about his personal view and his taste and his feeling about this person and my intuition. Wallahi, he doesn't look like a person of Qadha. And I looked at his face in Qadha. Or to ask the alim about the daleel, the hardcore daleel. من الكتاب والسنة والإجماع. لماذا بدعت يا شيخ فلان? Why have you caught فلان an innovator? From kitab and sunnah. Not from here and there and this. Nah. It's not the meaning of that verse. Everybody understand this? Taqleed is not the position of the intellectual. It's not the thing that a person who has a brain is proud of and happy with. And these people, they make their dawah based off of taqleed. In the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. You have to follow Sheikh Fulan, and this ulama, and this alim, kada. Where is your ilm? What have you put forth? Everybody understand this? The Bedouin man clearly said what? What did he say? أخبرني ماذا فرض الله علي من الصلاة. Tell me what Allah has made mandatory upon him in Salah. And that's the messenger of Allah, he said that to. The Rasul himself. Tell me what? Don't everybody understand this? Sheikh, could you please explain to us the daleel for this? Give us the proof for that. What is the rule on that? If there's no daleel, it's an issue of ijtihad, it's a different story. Please tell me your view. What do you feel I should do? What's best? Everybody understand this? But that's not the kitab and that's not the sunnah. The next faida we take from the first hadith is the permissibility of asking about the bare necessities. There's nothing wrong with asking about what? The bare necessities. There's nothing wrong with that. Even though that's not best. That's not what? That's not best. Okay, inshallah, let's move on. Because there are many other fawaid, many of them we've explained before. Let's go on to the next chapter. Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah says, Babu Fadl as-Sawm.